Welcome everybody to Epic Sketch Time. Epic Sketch Time is an online drawing group. We meet once a week, and currently we're meeting on Tuesdays at 4:30 Pacific Time. If you'd like to join us, check out the link below or go to our Facebook group, Epic Sketch Time. You can get on our emailing list there, or you can go ahead and sign up via Eventbrite for a one-time off. But if you want to be on our permanent email list and always get the reminders, definitely go to either the Facebook page or the link below in this YouTube video. And my name is Mark Monlux. I live in Tacoma, Washington, and today I'm going to be working on a movie poster for an atomic age science fiction film called This Island Earth. First up is Katie. Katie, why don't you tell us where you are at today?
Hi, I'm Katie C., and I am in Bonnie Lake, Washington. I am an artist, illustrator, and writer. You can find me at Evil Girlfriend Media on Instagram. And today I'm working on a tarot card which is a commission for a horror author with a beautiful little dog named Sierra.
Nice. Bill, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Bill Morse. I'm a cartoonist and illustrator living in Seattle, Washington. And I also do a comic strip called Rhapsodies. And today I'm putting the finishing touches on a illustration / poster I've been working on.
Is that the one that's the Alice in Wonderland one?
That is correct. I also just recently purchased a package of watercolor brushes for Procreate, and I'm in the process of getting the hang of them.
And it looks like we have Roger coming in. Now you can find me on Instagram as well at Mark Monlux. That's MERKMONLUX, just how it looks in either this or that corner. You can also find me on Linktree, which is linktr.ee/ Mark Monlux. And both Bill and I are recent converts to Linktree. We're finding using that and presenting the QR code to be very helpful.
Mm-hmm. And before I forget, I'm also promoting one of my other groups, Cartoonist Northwest, has a social event on Thursday. And for anybody who's interested, it is on Eventbrite at Cartoonist Northwest July Drink and Draw. And I just posted it on the comments.
Now, Bill, I have a question specifically for you that I hope you can help me out.
Okay.
Oh, but first, let's let Roger introduce himself. Roger. Oh, it looks like Roger walked away. We'll check in with Roger in a moment. So, my question, Bill, you've used Deviant art quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
I have a question about posting graphics, and I hope you can walk me through this.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to my DeviantArt website and show you what my current situation is, because I must be getting older. I'm not finding it very intuitive. So let's give this a shot. I'm going to go into screen share and go directly to the screen. Here I am in DeviantArt.
Okay.
So I'm going to my page.
Right.
What I want to do
Yes.
is currently I have this gallery set up showing all of the posters I did for Friday Night Frights.
Right.
I would like to set up a new gallery showing all the posters I've done for the Weird Elephant series. But when I try to do this, so I go up to gallery
Mm-hmm.
and I click on gallery and it says add new. Is that the right place to do this?
I would believe so. It's been they've been doing a lot of changes recently, though. But yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, here's the problem I've had. I go into add gallery, so I give the this is how I'll call it the Weird Elephant. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and I click create. Okay, now it shows here's the one that I made. Here's the one I made yesterday,
Okay.
or I tried to. Here's the one I just made.
Right.
I'm going to go into the one I just made. I'm clicking on it. Add deviations to your gallery.
Right.
Okay, so I click on that, and I get this. It just takes me back to here.
Have you tried? Okay, that's a new one on me. Have you tried when you're making?
And there's no add button down here. It's grayed out.
Have you tried changing the address on the newer pieces?
Let's try that. Here are all my existing pieces.
Right.
I will reload it. So let's say how would I change? I guess I would click edit.
Yeah, when you're on the piece, I mean.
Oh, okay. You go into the piece, and then do I have to bring up the piece?
I think so.
This?
Now go try editing it.
Okay.
And that's delete. And it should have one of your options should be locate. There should be a location a little lower down. Yeah, there it is. Options, gallery group options. Try
try moving it.
Yeah, let's pull. Yeah. Okay, now click on the Weird Elephant poster gallery.
Okay, I'll go to Weird Elephant prints because that's the one I just made.
Save.
Okay.
Now, let's see what the galleries look like now.
Okay, how do I get back to the gallery?
I've tried clicking your name on the link. To be quite honest, I've been kind of frustrated with DeviantArt for the last couple of years. One of the reasons I've been switching to ArtStation. There, now let's take a look at the gallery.
Okay, clicking on gallery. Okay, so I have the, okay. I'm going into this, I click on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Weird Elephant Prints 1. I'm going to click edit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now how do I get more images up here?
If the add deviations isn't going to be working, and let's see if that.
Well, I'll try the add deviation. So.
Okay, if it's not working that way, and that looks like it's on them, I just go. It's the very tedious process of changing the marking the galleries when you're editing individual pieces. But yeah,
How do I get the individual pieces up?
doing
It's
what you
not-
just did.
It's not letting me put anything up. I hit the add deviation and it didn't allow me to add anything.
What I was saying was doing what you just did with the reanimator, and yes, it's tedious as hell.
Well, sir, you don't understand. Okay, I'll go back to the reanimator.
Right.
I want to add new images, not just move the images I have. The DeviantArt isn't allowing me to add new images to DeviantArt. How do I add a new
I
image?
thought you're just wait. This was just adding it into the. I thought they were just adding it into a previous image into the new gallery.
I did add a previous image into the new gallery.
Yeah, no, I get that. So based on that, try, but it's not doing it all. Okay, try. As far as entering new material, period, you press submit.
Okay, so go up here to submit and
Deviation.
submit deviation. Okay.
And
Okay, now I can choose my files. Okay, so let me choose, there's one. Can I do multiples?
I'm not sure.
Okay. But here I can go ahead and
Add tags, do a write-up, etc., and move it and make sure it's saved into the right gallery.
it's not showing me which gallery to save it into.
Why not?
See, it's all the way up and down. Well,
I'm assuming if you put submit now and you go back to edit, it'll be there. But that's completely, utterly tedious.
okay, submit now, and then I go in and hit edit. Okay, here we go.
Much as I like being right, that is ridiculously counterintuitive.
Okay. The add deviant, this bit up here on the top right, that's what I wasn't getting. I wasn't sure which one of these. It's been so long since I've added anything.
Okay, sorry about misunderstanding. I thought you were trying to move them into the gallery.
No, I wanted to create a new gallery with new images. So
right.
Now I'll be able to do that. I suppose I'll need to make a different gallery. When I created these galleries, I'm going to go back to my galleries. Let's see, how do I do that? Okay. Oh, click on me. Now, I have some of these images in this stash storage.
Right.
Oh, excuse me, folks. I'm going to stop sharing. I got to answer this phone call. I'll put myself on mute. I'm back.
Okay.
Has there been scintillating conversation with anybody?
Nope.
Oh, I see Roger's with us. Roger, you want to introduce yourself and tell everyone where you're from and what you're working on today?
Hi there, yes. I am Roger Crown from Spokane. Today I'm working on a sketch I was working on the other day, a more serious bent for me. Question regarding Deviant Art. So Mark, are you a premium member?
I am not. I'm using the free stuff right now. I very seldom have done anything on DeviantArt. It's not a mainstay for me. I think I only have like 5 pieces on there right now. But I thought, and I've only got like 1 follower, and I think that's Bill. So,
Right. Okay, so I'm wondering if that's the problem with adding new categories and so forth, albums.
well, I think what the thing is I'm just unfamiliar with how the interface is because I've been gone so far away from it.
Yeah, they've done some major changes recently that make it impossible to search for anything in it, which is very annoying.
Oh,
And
so if I did a hashtag search for other people's art, I wouldn't be able to find, like, say, werewolves?
possibly, but you wouldn't get as many good options as you think you would.
Well, I'm curious about this, so I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share again. First, I'm going to go back to where I was before, screen share.
So yeah, I completely agree regarding Deviant Art is very Deviant for me too is awfully clunky.
So here I am yesterday when I couldn't find a way to load things up directly. I found out that there's this thing called Stash.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's not Deviant Art, or it's a different service. So when I click on here, all I have is I don't have a relocation. I think this is just to put this thing up for sale.
Yeah, though there's the submit to DeviantArt right there.
So if I hit
ready
that,
to submit to DeviantArt, you're
so if I hit this,
right.
Okay. So then I can go ahead and then hit the submit now button. And now I can go in and edit it and relocate it to.
Right.
So
that Stash is that a temporary motor.
Okay.
Type of thing.
And then I'll go ahead and click update. Okay, so if I was to look for something, I'm assuming that I just go up into search and I'm just going to type in werewolves.
Okay. Okay, that was a good selection then.
I got some werewolf art here. I'm going to click the view all. One result for subscriptions. Oh, that's weird. I thought by clicking on the view all, oh, that's view all subscriptions. I was hoping that I could see, oh, of these results. Is there any way to narrow down these results? Because I have 1,000.
That's one thing I've been having They used to be. I mean, for example, DeviantArt used to be one of my major reference tools, and now I can't. And so I used to be able to go to just the photos or whatnot. You know, I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
Okay, so I added another word, monster, or clicked on monster. Is there a way of doing a search for multiple, like, I'm going to type in werewolf cartoon and see if that gets me a more exact. Well, I got some werewolf cartoons. Okay, well, that's going to help me out. Thank you guys for your time. I'm going to go ahead and stop my share there. I'm having to do a little bit of a workaround because I want to work on this movie poster, but my computer is I'm using my really old computer up here because it's got an old version of Illustrator CS4 on it. And when you're running something that system that ancient, it doesn't have Dropbox. So I want to. Sometimes when I try to email stuff from my tablet to my computer, it doesn't want to go. So what I'm doing is I'm sending this JPEG of this template to Bill as a message. You can just ignore it, Bill, but it allows me to go over to my main computer onto a Facebook Messenger and download the image I just put into the message to you. I know that's a really horrible, clunky way of doing things, but I've never been a problem solver guy. I've always been a problem workarounder guy. Let's see. Has anyone here seen a David Lynch film called Lost Highway?
I know of it, but no.
Well, since Katie's not chiming in, I'm assuming she hasn't seen it.
No, I have not.
It's a, I haven't seen it either. And I'm wondering if I need to watch it online because one of the movie theaters is going to be showing it in the near future, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do a movie poster for it. But I don't want to do a movie poster for a movie I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of curious, like if anyone had a print of it or a good link, like if they could say, "Oh yeah, that's on Canopy" or something.
Didn't you have an app that said what links things were on?
You know, I thought it would be helpful, but it hasn't been working. As I've been popping in a lot of movie titles, and they're not even showing up.
Okay.
So I'm a little disgruntled by that. But let me try that app. I'll go in right now. The name of that app, by the way, is NanoCrowd. But it's got a weird address. It's not nanocrowd.com. It's https://app.nanocrowd.com, which is okay. So I'm in there. I'm clicking on the search feature, just typing in the title, Lost Highway. Okay. It's not giving me any links to anything. It's just showing me where I can watch the trailer.
Do you use your, I don't know how good the Tacoma library is, but do you use the system for DVDs much?
You know, I suppose I could go in and check that out,
Mm-hmm.
but let me just check. I'm going to check Canopy and see if there's anything streaming on Canopy. Canopy, by the way, spelled with a K, is to watch streaming movies from your library. So I'm going to type it in there. Nope, it's not in there. Well, I'll have to, I'll just go to my Tacoma Public Library.
Okay. It doesn't look like they have it.
At Tacoma Public Library?
No, all they have is the Bon Jovi album by the look of it.
You went into the Tacoma Public, I didn't think you could go into the Tacoma Public Library.
I'm surprised as you are. Though I probably can't check anything else out at the moment. Looks like they're using the same system as the Seattle. The format looks about the same, I mean.
Well, I'll also use the well, they got, there's about 2 pages of listings here. Well, I'm going to try.
For what it's worth, Prime Video has it.
Oh, Prime has it?
Yeah.
Let me.
Oh, wait a minute. No, they don't. Sorry.
It's for sale on Amazon, is what you're finding, isn't it?
Yeah, it's currently unavailable. I mean, I checked Scarecrow, but that's a little that's overdoing it.
If I'm viewing right, it's on YouTube now with Spanish subtitles in English, playing in English.
Well, that's a fallback. I kind of prefer a slightly higher resolution, but I could live with that. Also, I was deeply disappointed. I watched a YouTube version of a movie recently called The Suckling, and it had some of the best scenes edited out of it. And there were scenes that you could easily see in the trailer, and I was just solely disappointed, but it's the only place I could find a copy of it. Katie, have you ever seen this horrible movie from 1997 called The Suckling?
I am not sure about that one. I'm looking. Tim told me about this website called Just Watch. Did anyone look on there? If it's a website where you look up, it's a streaming guide, so you can look up any place that the
Just Watch. Okay, well, I've gone there now. I'm typing in
Lost Highway.
Highway.
Now I'm gonna have to look up The Suckling. Is that what you said?
The Suckling.
So
it says it's available to rent or buy on DirecTV. TV.
Yeah, it looks like it's rent or buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can call my local library and see, because sometimes things aren't listed on the catalog that they have in house. Like, I'm not finding any DVDs on the catalog that I know that they have.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, this one's interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, so you're on Just Watch. You're checking out The Suckling too?
The Suckling. The Suckling.
Okay, a Suckling is available on Tubi.
Yep, and Plex.
And Plex. What's Plex?
I don't know. That was my next thought.
I mean, I'm familiar with what Tubi is.
Frank Rivera. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, goodness.
You're watching a few scenes of it.
It's the trailer.
Ah! It is schlocky. The acting is completely terrible. The writing is god awful. Everybody's walking around and talking like wooden dolls.
Oh my gosh. This is about a toilet, baby?
This is about a toilet.
Oh my gosh.
The only thing good about this is the practical special effects on the toilet, baby.
Oh my lord. Okay.
Everything else about this movie is absolutely trash.
Are we talking?
Yeah.
We're talking the special effects of having like this webbing or whatever around the house. Once you get outside the house, it's nothing but burlap sacks and sheets that were tie-dyed or something. Oh my god, it's really cheap. The bullet special effects are like if someone took what were called snappers back in the day, when you threw something and it would hit the ground and it'd make a snap and a pop and a flash.
Oh, those! Oh man, I've never even thought of those for ages.
Okay, so apparently they used those as bullet ricochets, or the equivalent. Oh my god, it's terrible. Just oh. I on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 2.
Ooh. So we're talking. Oh, are we talking monster that wasn't nice levels of badness, or?
The monster that wasn't nice was a flop because they poured money into it. They had everything with good special effects, and they had decent. No, this is beyond. This is when I'm talking about schlocky. I mean these guys in your garage putting together a movie schlocky. This is local theater group schlocky.
I'm suddenly having images of the Did you see that Eddie Murphy movie, Dolomite Is My Name?
Have you ever seen the movie Dolomite?
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. It's wonderfully terrible.
Dolomite is Oscar contenders compared to Dolomite's, what you might call, what's the word? This congeniality of the contest, whereas the cycling is member participation award. It
Is this one that you've done a card for?
No, but I need to do a movie review of this. But I was really disappointed I didn't get to see some of the better special effects. And I don't think that the library is going to have the suckling, but I'm pretty sure that they'll have the Lost Highway. Matter of fact, I'm going to type in just in a general Google search. And see if there's a different movie location that might be playing this. Sometimes I'll find the full movies unedited at a decent quality. I mean, you can't find something like it anywhere. Like there's the old black and white movie serials of not Buck Rogers, but other type of things.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Voodoo is showing it. I've never even heard of Voodoo. Not that we're endorsing any type of pirating websites or anything like that.
I don't think Voodoo is I think Voodoo is actually kind of like what's that one? Tubi and those now. Because I think I actually have it on one of my new TVs. Like it came installed on it. So I think it's this kind of the same, how they all are now. They just have like an insane amount of commercials, and I've enjoyed like I'll get on I've been on, I think it's Tubi or maybe Voodoo. I got on one of them and it was like all these weird like science fiction shows, like almost urban fantasy science fiction shows from Canada. And I was like, I didn't realize there were this many shows from Canada, produced in like the late 2000s, early aughts.
Yeah, I know there's some good stuff. I used to, back in the day, CBC came in pretty well, so I was watching a lot of at the very least, some of the soap operas.
Yeah.
And I was quite fond of that comedy Made in Canada.
So apparently you need to have an account, even if it's a free account, for you to see anything on Voodoo. Okay. Well, thanks for telling you. You learn something new every day.
I know there's so much on the internet. Yeah, there's just so much to learn. Oh my God, we'll never learn it all. Which reminded me, that's why I wasn't here last week. I was finishing up a job and I'm transitioning to a new position. And so that's why I wasn't here.
And how are you all done with that job, or are you in your new job? What's the situation?
I'm still finishing a couple more things for that job. Like they were just I have to close them out. I'm staying with the same agency, but it's one of those situations I just can't leave that work undone. But my new job I'm very excited about because it's a new skill set I'm learning, and I'm going to learn how to be a project manager. And as a nurse, this is completely out of my skill set, but at the same time, it's not because, I did have a publishing company, so I know how to work with people. I know how to take a idea and take it from the idea all the way to a product. And so it's really cool to get to try to do that in healthcare. So I'm kind of excited about it. And then, of
Nice.
course, I'm going to use those skills, enhance those skills just so I can learn how to organize myself better and goal set for my personal creative projects. So, I mean, I did have my own agenda in taking this position. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm always learning. I always want to learn how to become a better creator and prioritize. So, I think that's one of the things that gets so many people off. Like you'll see someone and they start doing a creative project or they're writing a book or they start doing art and then all of a sudden they drop off the face of the planet. And I think some of it is because if you don't put good processes in place to support you continuing your work and developing it, you will always change priorities, which is why I always try to have a goal for myself. Whether it's, I'm going to do so many, like attending Epic Sketch so that I know I'm working at least 1 hour a week on art. But now, because I'm kind of in my, oh my gosh, I just made a lot of art for a convention, Texas Frightmare. I'm just kind of taking the summer off. Plus, this summer has stunk in the Pacific Northwest. Oh my gosh. It's like we finally get a little hot weather and I can't even handle it. But then I was sad because all summer has been rainy and cold. So last week I did almost nothing because I was like, who knows how long the weather is going to be tolerable and enjoyable at the same time before it gets intolerable. um, So I'm like, okay, it's okay to just enjoy the sunshine and enjoy the outdoors because this isn't going to last for very long versus I will be painting and drawing all year long, you know?
So on the screen is this is my poster design for This Island Earth. And can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay. Originally, I had the head down much farther in the title, This Island Earth, at the top. But our good friend James Stowe, during Freelance Fandango, talked me out of doing that. He said, put the text at the bottom. I did, and I showed it to him yesterday, and he said, and I said, you're right, this looks worlds better. So now I'm just going to start working on this and trying to get up close. And I'll just draw on the left-hand side here and then flip it. Copy and flip it when I get to a certain stage. So if people want to watch me draw, but if they don't want to watch me draw, let me know and I'll just I'll stop screen sharing. But I figured, hey, seeing someone actively draw rather than just our heads popping around in the background. Well, of course, Katie's work. Your commission, that dog is looking so much better, Katie. Every time I see, I was happy with how it looked last time, but you've managed to improve upon it. That's great.
I kind of realized talking about color theory, I had this silver in the background and I realized that with the black and the silver, and then, you know, you have the blue, and it just seemed like it was not, I don't know, I felt like it needed something else to pop. So I changed the color of the moon to more of a gold tone, because I felt like that with some orange, because it complemented the purple and the blue.
Yes.
And so I'm not sure what color I'm gonna make the wolf a little more. I might put some blues behind the wolf, like a navy blue to pop it out, you know, like a fine line. But I just want to make sure the little dog is the center of attention. But you know, the dog's mom is a horror author, and so, but the dog is a ray of sunshine. So I want it to kind of fit with her, you know, decorations in her house, which are more horror theme. And I realized, oh, I need two towers, because you have the dog, the wolf, the two towers. And so I decided to put two trees on each side and then have willowy branches. So it has almost like a little bit of a Halloween effect, but you're still getting that representation. Um, I doubt I'm going to put the crawfish in there. And then I don't know why, but I just felt like the dog needed a magnolia flower on its collar. I need to look at the symbolism of the magnolia flower. But for whatever reason, that just seemed like,
So what is the symbolism of the magnolia flower?
I don't know. And sometimes I just get things in my head that doesn't mean, you know, it's probably something I learned a long time ago and I don't have access to that information. You know, it's probably no mystical meaning. Oh, it means purity and nobility in Chinese.
There we go.
Well, and she is a very pure little dog. Sierra is actually a what is it? She's a service dog. And her mama is a veteran, and so she's kind of like a service dog, and she is very pure. So that's why I kind of wanted her to have, like, even though there's like, it's kind of a little bit of a creepy, almost like Halloween feeling picture. She's kind of popped up out of the tarot card with a goofy smile on her face. And sometimes it's hard because people will give you a picture. I've had people give me pictures of their animals or whatever, and then I'm like, that is not the right picture of your animal to capture. So I'll go look in their social media or whatever, and I'll go through picture after picture, and I'm like, I know what you want, but here's what I see. And your dog is always looking like this. And this is what I get as their kind of personality. So far, everybody's agreed with me. So
Now, something I'm going to give everybody a bit of advice. When you're in a group shot, rather than looking straight at the camera, if you instead turn it so that instead your nose is pointing at the camera, if your cheek is pointing at the camera instead, all you have to do is just turn your head just a little bit, like 5 or 10 degrees, and the result of you will be the best looking person in the photograph. It does wonders. I seldom
keep that in mind.
Yeah, I seldom, when people take a picture of me, I usually turn my head a little bit. And a photographer told me about this because I was doing storyboards and I was noticing that I was drawing people slightly curved, with slightly 3/4 view because they look better. But I had to write in the instructions, do not have them look straight at the camera. I always say, make it so that you can only see one ear. But then you get back, you would not believe what you get back. I got this one back, it was still a straight on mug shot. I said, what happened to the no ears? She says, you can't see her ears, they're covered with her hair. And I'm going, oh God, please get the meaning of what I'm trying to say here.
That's interesting. I think I kind of do that with a lot of my cartoons.
You will not see very many cartoons where the face is looking straight at
Hmm.
off the page. Um, so, which is one of the reasons why I admire your dog paintings, because I think drawing a dog straight on is madness, but you do such a great job of it. I always end up drawing my dogs
Huh.
with a little bit of a profile. Otherwise, they all look like pugs. Huh? Are you looking at some of your illustrations, Bill?
Yeah, I'm sort of thinking I'm declaring this puppy done.
Oh, well, let me stop sharing and you can show us.
I mean, I've been poking at the shading for way too long, and I think well, yeah, I can probably find a few other things to poke. I think it's very much in the walk away phase, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Oh, sharing.
Oh, sorry. I gotta make that available for everybody, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment. There we go.
I might give the only thing I might want to give the hookah more smoke, but otherwise I think I'm happy with it.
I think that you could do another layer on the smoke that you have.
Uh-huh.
Just maybe, is the smoke on a separate layer?
Yes.
Okay, so duplicate the layer
Uh-huh.
and then give it a little bit more of a gossamer blur, but because you got like another two, like say 20% lying on top of each other, but the gossamer blur will make it look a little bit more smoky. So yeah, go up there, duplicate. Okay. No, don't enlarge the duplication.
Okay.
Okay. So you should have two layers now viewable of the. Can you show me your layers again?
Oh. Oh, wait a minute. I thought that was. Oops. Try that again. What the heck? I did press duplicate. Oh, that's why.
What's why?
I just gone over the.
Is it in a different group?
No, it was. It finally hit the maximum number of layers, so I just had to take out those expendable ones.
Okay, so you see how your layers already became a little bit more opaque?
Yeah.
So now you go into that one layer and you blur it out a little bit.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, now go in and you can reduce its opacity just a little bit more. See how much that bounces up the smoke?
Yeah.
And just by controlling those two layers with their opacity, you can change the effect of the smoke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely look forward to seeing hearing what everybody thinks about it at the New England tomorrow.
Now, I'm not seeing any smoke coming out of the top of the hookah. Does smoke not come out of the top of the hookah?
I would have to look that up.
Because to me, it seems like you got the smoke coming out of the mouth on the front side of the caterpillar. I think the smoke from the hookah should be trailing behind his head from the top. Because right now, it looks like it's missing a connection. And that would really bounce the caterpillar's head if that smoke was, if it was layering on top of the smoke. That's a lot of smoke. I mean, just a little tiny bit.
Sorry.
Like just a quick little. You see that little bit of a trail you have coming off of by his hand?
Yeah.
That skinny and narrow, because close to the hookah, it's not dissipated. It's more condensed. So you need to go to the other layer.
Okay.
Yeah, that layer, and just I wish I could just count my right. No, I mean no, Bill, you're too much. One stroke from the top of the hookah right to his eye. Yes, like that. That's all the more you need. You don't need all that smoke above. Get rid of that.
Okay. Get rid of this.
No, not that smoke. You see, hang on. Can you let go of screen share and I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Where is it?
Okay. So I'm going to go and hit the screen share on mine. Okay, I'll just. Here's your caterpillar. Here's your smoke. Here's the, okay, and you got the smoke coming from his mouth over here. Here's the top of the hookah. This smoke should be, as it gets closer to the hookah, it should be narrowing down, because it should be going more like something like this to the top of the hookah.
Okay.
So what I would do is, oh, hang on a moment, grabbing the right tool for the right job. So imagine the dot. Imagine this line of smoke and then it coming over like this, not going up, because that's not where the wind's carrying it. The wind's carrying it this way. And then I would have this strip be sort of like, I mean, you have a bit of a gossamer blur thing happening over here. And then you have the layer that's underneath it. Whatever this opacity is in this area, I would make this that with no gossamer blur around it, or if there is, make it really thin, just a little bit on this side, because the smoke is strong and condensed at the source. If you get what I said. So okay. But because you have something going behind his head and you have the smoke coming around in front of his head, you've got reeds in the background, that's really going to help pull that head of the caterpillar up. At least I think so.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop share. Oh, folks, we've already lost Katie because it is 5:30. Did we lose Roger too? Looks
Yeah.
like.
Though Katie texted an apology.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming to Epic Sketch Time. You can meet us here on Tuesdays at 4:30. If you'd like to be part of an online freelancing group, sketching aside, there's Freelance Fandango, which meets on Sunday from 10 to noon Pacific time. You can find a link to that on Eventbrite and sign up for it there. Bill, I think you have a drink and draw this week, don't you?
Yes, I do. I put the link in the commentary, but it's on Thursdays after Thursday evening at 6:30. And then this is the Cartoonist Northwest drink and draw.
And it's going to be on Zoom?
It's going to be on Zoom.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. See you next week.
Okay.
Where's my stylus?